I'm recording this the day that I beat Sync. I wanted to do this little, I don't know, bit after the completion, I guess. And because I got a new mic, I can actually do these things now. Little voiceovers. I just wanted to say, even though this did take me 9 days, so I can't be complaining a lot, I do get busy a lot, so I don't have time to grind the game as much as I'd like. But this level was very mentally challenging. Even though it did take 9 days, for most of the 9 days I did wake up, and my first thought of the day would be, I have to play Sync. And it was not a good thought, it was a very negative thought that I had to eventually open the game, and I couldn't do the things that I wanted to do. I had to go to Sync and play it. And it felt like Sisyphus trying to push that boulder up the mountain. It was just not possible. It didn't feel something like I could do. At the beginning of the journey, it didn't feel as hard as Wasseretta. It felt harder than Kusuretta and Sonic Wave. And Sonic Wave Rebirth, obviously. So it felt like a third hardest, right below Wasseretta. But then slowly, after days 1, 2, 3, 4, it slowly became harder every single day until the day that I beat it. Today, I think I played maybe 250 attempts from 0, but it was still bad. Because the level was, you didn't get somewhere, and then you got that one attempt that would get you somewhere. For day 1, I got 44 to 100 somehow. And I think 26 from 0, which was very surprising that I managed to pass that wave on day 0. I mean, day 1. Sorry. This is unscripted. I wasn't expecting to get that much progress on day 1. And I was expecting, if I could get that much on day 1, then surely this couldn't take me long, which it didn't, but, still. It was hard. Day 2, I got 65 somehow, and I got 4 attempts to 34, which was really good. And then day 3, I got 2 attempts to 34. And then day 3, I got 1, and day 4, I got 1, and day 5, I think I didn't get any. And it was, even though I got 65 on day 2, at that point in time, the best day I had on the level was day 1. I was continuously just getting worse at the level. I couldn't gain any consistency. I pretty much started a level with a mind block, which was, I didn't even know you could do that, but apparently you can, and it's what my experience on Sync was. It was not a great time. I didn't enjoy it. But then, as cringy as it is to word it this way, something seemed to snap in me. I managed to get to, I got to 34 25 times on day 6. And then on day 7, I got 49 to 100, and that was all I had to do that day because it was Christmas. And no, it was Christmas Eve. And then the day after on Christmas, I didn't get to play at all until way later in the day, like 12 a.m. So pretty much the day after, the 26th, which is coincidentally the day that I'm recording this. And that day, I got more attempts. I got 21 attempts to 34. And I ended up getting 83, 86, which was tying my new best. And then I got 92, which was the most wall-stopping motivation thing ever. I felt lost after that, I guess you could say. It just sucked a lot. After almost a week of every single day pushing off opening the game just so I didn't have to play the level, to finally get that one shot. And I failed to an easy click. Out of all the hard clicks in the ending, I died to the one that's not hard. My one shot, and I threw it away. That sucked a lot. So very shortly after I went to bed, I couldn't play the level anymore. And I didn't want to push myself to keep having consistency, because I've learned that just ruins the level more than it already was. The raw difficulty of the gameplay in this level is insane. I would argue some parts of it are harder than parts of Wasseretta, minus the pre-drop. Pre-drop in Wasseretta is really easy. Sometimes. It wasn't on a Chromebook, I'll tell you that. It wasn't. But anyway, day 9. I know that the chronologically the days I'm saying aren't adding up with the days that I'm saying that they are. My fault for that. I don't really have it written out. I'd have to open the notepad. But day 8 was Christmas Day. And I played from 11 p.m. to 2 a.m. I played for 3 hours. And I got to the ending 3 times. It was insane, honestly. And then I went to bed after 92. And then I woke up 10 a.m. Again, first thought in the morning was, sync. I have to play that. I got up. I went and ate breakfast. I came in my room. And I watched Ninjago for about 2 hours. And then I opened up the game. I think I did 65 to 100, and then I just felt I was so tired. I had gotten like 6 hours, 5 to 6 hours of sleep. I was just so tired, I couldn't do it. So then I closed the game, and I went back to bed for another maybe 3 hours. And after that, I still felt unbelievably tired, so I watched a little more Ninjago. I actually left it on in the background. I beat Sync while I was on the background. And over time, I kind of woke up a little. And as I was playing from 49, and I was just not consistent. I was playing worse than I was on day 1. Worse than I was on day 5, which is my worst day. I couldn't do anything on the level. I was dying to easy things, I was dying to hard things, I was dying to just everything. I really couldn't do any runs. But then I was just like, alright, whatever. I'm gonna play from 22. I did 22 to 72. And then after that, I went from 0 because I don't know. From runs, I wasn't able to do anything, so I figured if I'm not going to be able to do anything, then I'm not going to be able to do anything from 0. And then, I don't know. The level is both worse and so much better from 0. I don't even know. I got quite a few far attempts. I think I got 75 or 6 times today. Maybe less. But I got to 81. And 81 sucked, but it was reasonable. I was expecting to die there at some point. But then I got back to the ending again, and I was thinking to myself, I didn't have this consistency from 65, 56, 49, 34, 36, or 22. I was not able to do any runs today. But from 0, somehow I was able to. So I was happy with that. I was like, alright, today's not a total waste. But then I got to the ending again, and I knew in my head this was it. I told myself earlier, if I'm gonna beat the level, it's now at minimum going to have to be 6 ending attempts. This was my 6th ending attempt, and I just knew in my mind that that was it. That was the attempt, and then I beat it, and it was the most relief of pressure I have felt in such a long time. I was very happy to have gotten this done, and I'm even more happy that it's the first level I've beaten with my new microphone, so it doesn't sound crappy. I can feel happy about this achievement. And it didn't even take me 20,000 attempts, including the old attempts I had. It took me 13k coming back. That's why I feel silly. I feel stupid for doing this whole voiceover thing, because it's like, you took 9 days and 13k on a level that I genuinely, in my soul, find harder than Wasseretta. I find this 30 spots higher than Wasseretta. And I took 9 days on it and 13k. 20k total. 19,362 attempts. And I did it. But that's such a short amount of time. This is just small amount of attempts. So I feel like I don't have the right to complain. I don't have the right to feel bad or feel that I did suffer or that I did hate this. But I did. This sucked a lot. I've been happy because of Christmas and family, and I saw my dad on the eve of Christmas, which I have not seen him since April or May. It has been so long. I was happy. I hadn't seen him in a while. But those are my only times being happy in the 9 days that this level took me. I used to really like Sync. Not a friend, but a person that you may know, Cygnus, not their real name, by the way. They, in Nubus's server, if you know who that is, he's going for Kyuki right now. She sent her completion of it for her advent calendar for GD. At least I think it was an advent calendar video. But my point is, I replied, peak level. Because at the time, I hadn't started Sync yet. I was still playing Sonic Wave. Rebirth, or the normal Sonic Wave, I can't remember. But my opinion of the level at the time was, it was a really good level. It had some issues, but not a lot. And that it was fun, and I was going to enjoy playing it. And they said that it wasn't as good as I said it was. And I said, you're probably right. Or I don't know if I said that, but it's not good. I don't think Sync is a good level. I think Sync's actually really bad. The ending is weird. It's just weird. The structuring is fine, but it's just really unbalanced, the ending. Some parts of it are really easy, and some parts of it are impossible, actually. Sorry if my voice is going in and out, I'm looking away sometimes. But most of the level was just mad. The middle of the level, 34 to... I'd say 34 to 60 or 34 to 77. It was mostly fine. Like, some parts of it were hard, but it was fine. But oh my god, 0 to 15 was or 0 to 13, it was fine. But that wave at 13 to 14, wherever it starts, it's 6 clicks. But oh my god. I had a much higher pass rate of the second wave in Sonic Wave and the first wave than I did on this 6-click wave. That's how impossible it was. And then 16 to 34. This is the most poorly constructed, least playtested thing I've ever seen in my entire life. The amount of bugs, stupid clicks, unbalanced clicks, impossible clicks, easy clicks. This part was so bad. I do not understand how it got this bad. The verifier, I don't know if they were allowed to make changes or not, but if they were allowed to make changes, they did not do enough. This level had the potential to be one of the greatest levels ever, if you want me to be honest. But is it? No. I do not think it's one of the worst levels ever. On my demon list, my calculator for the rating, I ended up giving it an 8.05, I think. It might lower because I think I'm going to lower the gameplay score, but enjoyment was a 0. In fact, I disliked Shukufuku so much that it was my first ever 0 out of 10 enjoyment. But Sync was so bad that I had to boost Shukufuku to a 1 just so this level could be the defining factor of what a 0 experience truly is. Because this level sucked. It was so bad. Anyways, this has been dragged on for like 10 minutes or something, which is way too long. 17 minutes of talking. Sorry, but holy shit. Thank you for listening to this. If you did, to be honest, I think the only person that would listen to this is Remix. And Thomas, if he had time, but usually he doesn't. Anyway, thank you for listening.
Space Shuttle Discovery still on its way to orbit after a ascent trip.
Yes! Yes! Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yes! Oh my god, dude. Oh my god. Okay. Okay. God, dude. 19362. Third hardest, but I know it's my second hardest above Wasseretta. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Thank you.